And it's lights out and away we go. And Gio is alongside Chris going down into turn 1. Is he going to take the lead? It's 3 wide behind as Janaman's going round the outside of the Aston and Matty Jong is onto the gravel. Gio takes the lead of the race. Chris is second, Rico third, Janaman is fourth, and Random Gamer is falling behind. I think he's had a problem somewhere. As the two Mercedes going side by side with the McLaren of Track Racer. And Gio continues to lead this race on the mediums with the two Aston Martins on hards. Janaman as well on mediums. Behind Track Racer on mediums we have Fluffy Panda, Fire Helix and Matty, who's had a poor start after going 3 wide, and I think Mercedes had a moment there but we didn't see it. And Rico's fallen back a bit from Chris with Janaman and Track Racer behind him, as Matty Jonga has got past Fire Helix, who's on the softs, and then Alex 49 or Random Gamer as a McLaren in the pits. Yeah, we got a couple of people making their debuts. We got Archlord reserving for McLaren. We have NT Games in the Alfa Romeo, and Ryan in the AlphaTauri reserving for them today. As we've got a very close battle here for third, as Gio Janelides has broken DRS to Chris, as Track Tracer is going for a move on Rico. Janaman's already got past. Can Track Tracer get through? He does. Those medium tyres working well at this stage of the race. And Janaman up onto the podium. He has one to his name from last season and he's looking very competitive at the moment. But Track Tracer is right behind him in the McLaren, who's already shown his pace in this season, fighting for at the top last race. As we're going through the grid now, Fire Helix on the softs right behind Matty, and we got this battle, Track Tracer versus Janaman. They go through the final corner. Janaman's not going to fight too hard. Track Tracer should breeze past. Is Rico close enough to get involved? No, he isn't, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3. And that's NT Games. And yeah, we can see what tyres everyone is on. Matty, Rico and Chris on the hards. So yeah, they will be faster towards the end of this race. And NT Games is out of the race on his debut in the series, as Track Tracer has closed the gap down to Chris now. Janaman and Rico still in DRS as well. and the two Mercedes, both slipstreaming each other. And there's an AI who is ghosted, fortunately stuck on the track, and I think that's distracted a couple of drivers as Matty Drongo gets past his teammate into turn 1. See if we can see that as Ryan is closing up to Tim. No, the car's disappeared, that's good. As it's close between the Mercedes and Fire Helix. But up front, Gio is pulling away. Chris does have a lot more ERS, but Track Tracer is on his tail. And looks like he'll have a good run at him onto this main straight. He turns on the ERS. Chris is not going to fight this too hard. Track Tracer is up into second place. At starting 6, he is up to second. And Janaman has lost DRS to this battle. And now he's got Rico behind him. Maybe those hard tyres will start coming to him soon. Now it's Gio versus Track Tracer. Track Tracer will need to get into DRS. And Rico is not going for the move on Janaman this time around. But Track Tracer has pulled it in to Gio. And Chris came along with him. And it looks like Fire Helix has lost a lot of time. As those hards will those softs will start falling off. I don't know why I thought those were hards. I think Tim's pit maybe. We got a Battlefield lead here. And as they go onto the main straight, Track Tracer has the DRS as Rico gets past Janaman, as 5-6 is pitting off those softs, but Track Tracer cannot challenge for the lead right now. Chris in P3. He's still got the DRS, and Janaman's already falling almost out the DRS of Rico. As Matty has got past his teammate. To go down the field, we've got Orion in 9th. Fire Helix 10th. 10th and 11th for Ferrari. As looks like Chris got very close to the back of Track Tracer there. as Track Chaser is staying behind Gio for now. And looks like the other Mercedes of Sean is fighting with Random Gamer or Alex49. Is he going to stick it to the outside? He is going to try, but Alex gets the position and gains off the first two corners. And Track Chaser, as Gio goes a bit wide there, Track Chaser is very close to him right now. Will he get a run onto the main straight? As Chris does not look like he's close enough to challenge. He's going to touch the ERS, he's turned it off, but he doesn't need it as he flies past. Into the lead of the race goes Track Chaser from 6th at the start. And Fluffy Panda has pit, but he's got a 5-second penalty, so that's unlucky for him. So it's riding board with Chris here. He's got 100% battery. Whilst Gio has got 65 and Track Chaser's got 32, so Chris does have the advantage at this stage of the race. And Track Chaser has already put 7/10 in the gap between him and Gio. As Rico Janaman in P5. Matty Jonga 2 seconds behind him. He is also on hards. And we got Random Gamer. As Ryan is pitting. As that's very close. He's on the hard, so I'm not sure why he's pitting. It's a very early pit stop for him. And Fire Celix, of course, he pit early, so he probably undercut a lot of these guys. What tires is he going to go onto? He's onto medium, so I'd assume he will be pitting again. Well, that's a weird one. Yeah, 6/10 the gap between the top three. Between each of them. And Track Chaser controlling this race at the moment, but with Chris on the hards. He'll be able to go longer on these tyres than the guys in front of him. And be on fresher tyres at the end. Janaman, he still hasn't fallen that far behind Rico. But Matty Jonga is slowly closing in on him. Those mediums will start to wear soon. Let's see what tyre everyone is on. it's yeah, Tim, Vice Helix, Ryan, Fluffy Panda, and Archlord have all done a pit stop. As there's a McLaren, I'm assuming that is Archlord, yes it is, and his teammate's going to be coming up to him now, and he does get out the way. Rico has fallen to almost 5 seconds behind his teammate. Shows the power of DRS. And there's a yellow flag out on track, and that is because of the retiring McLaren. I believe, yeah, he has retired. And I believe Alex49 pit. We've got a little battle going on here. Ryan has been closing quite rapidly up to Tim, who is now on the back of the guy who just pitted, Alex. So Alex going for the undercut is now 10 seconds off Vice Helix, and that is who he is fighting at the moment. As Vice Helix hopes to undercut Matty Jongo. That very early pit stop. Yeah, Matty Jongo not really getting on Janaman anymore. Should see some more medium runners pitting soon. And we got a battle here with Tim and Ryan through the final corner. That was very close. Tim makes it work, but he goes wide on exit, and Ryan is going to get him back, and is up to P9 for AlphaTauri observing today. Now he can set his sights on Alex, who's on the hards. Not sure what strategy Ryan's going for here, as Chris has nearly lost DRS, so he's choosing ERS, and he does stay in. Rico 5 seconds behind. These guys just shooting each other. And Ryan, yeah, he does have DRS on Alex. He doesn't have much ERS to play with. As Tim is pit for Ferrari, and he's going onto soft. So I think he's given up on this race, and he's gonna try and yank your fastest lap for fun. Who doesn't love doing that? don't have much battles happening on track at the moment. The lead guys just staying in the slipstream with each other. Let's ride on board with Ryan here. Let's see if he can make a challenge on the driver in front, who is Alex. And he is going to go for it. He's burning the DRS. Alex won't fight it into turn 1 on the fresher tyres. The better tyres. Ryan is through and up into 8th place. So yeah, Alex choosing his fights. Haven't had any safety cars yet. And looks like Gio is going to burn a little bit of his ERS. He might go for the move here on Track Racer into turn 1. Down the inside, and he is through up into P1 for Williams. His Track Racer squirming around through the long right hander. Chris behind him as well. Rico now 7 seconds off. And looks like Random Gamer's got back past Ryan. And Gio not going for a move in turn 1, but he struggles on exit. Chris might be able to get alongside him here. So go through the long right hander, and he doesn't. He sticks behind for now. And Rico and Matty Jonga are pitting onto medium tyres. And Truck Tracer and Gio and Gentleman have stretched these tyres very far into this race. So I'd assume they react to that soon. But they will be on the hard tyres. As Gio's nearly dropped out of DRS range. And Fire Helix has lost place to Matty Jonga. So he did undercut Matty, but he could not stay in front. And Ryan is very close to the back of Alex, and they've both pulled around 5 seconds in the last couple of laps, as all three leaders are pitting. We've got a pit lane battle here for you as Gio comes in for soft tyres, which to be fair is probably the right call, and he is out in second. Track Tracer on softs. I think Chris has gone on to mediums. And Janman has gone on to softs as well. So again, Chris has had a problem, I think. Yeah, he has. Chris has had a spin or something because he's behind his teammate Rico. And 6.5 seconds behind Gio and Track Tracer, who is now pulled 1.5 seconds on Gio. He has got those softs up to speed very quickly. That is a big moment in this race. The driver who we thought had the advantage on the hard tyres is now down to 4th behind his teammate. And 6.5 seconds behind where he was before. So from starting 6, Track Tracer is leading this race, and with a nice gap to cover him from duo behind. And Janaman on the softs with the 2 Astons in front of him. On the mediums, can he maybe close up to them? As Ryan has to pit again. And he's gone onto a set of mediums. Maybe not the right call there. But we'll see what he can do, as he will be very close with Tim. And Track Tracer is pushing. 14% ERS. Gio with 45. And Rico with 30 and Chris with 65. Track Tracer continues to lead this race as he gets the purple last sector. And will we see a change in Aston Martin here? Yes, we will. Chris goes past and he's up into 3rd place again. Let's see what pace he has on the medium tyres. As Rico does have a 3-second penalty as well, which could bring Janaman into the battle for 4th. If he can get within that, which he currently is in at the moment. And 5 Felix is pit again. And he's gone onto a set of mediums, so I think these guys have all used their fresh set of softs. Which makes sense. As we go back to lead, Gio is fallen to 2.7 behind. The last time we saw Track Tracer leading a race was last race. That don't make sense. Rico sticking with his teammate at the moment, just helping him stay in front of the Janaman. It's been a long time since an Aston hasn't won a race. Both very dominant last season. As Rico gets another 3-second penalty. Which means he has to pull 6 seconds on Janaman to keep that 4th place. Which at the moment he'll need to double his advantage. That's the same at the front. And Janaman is closing in to the Astons. With Rico now in front of Chris. Looks like... Oh, Ryan has made a big mistake and he hits the wall at the last corner. And he loses position to 5 Felix. And that has cost him 8th place. And there's another yellow flag and Fluffy Panda going slow. I think he's just letting the leaders pass. She is. I'm not sure if Ryan has damage. No, he doesn't. So he gets away with it. Did well not to crash, to be fair to him. And we go back to this battle between the Astons. Just keeping each other's DRS, swapping positions. I assume it's tactically. And the lead battle staying the same at the moment. Chris in front of Rico, and Janaman is still in that 6-second window, which could get him a P4 if he keeps it on the track. And Matty Jonga, he's having a quiet race, and it seems to be quite quiet at the moment. Fire Felix in 8th. Could Ryan maybe catch up to him? And Tim, I think he's pitted 3 times now. I believe he's on fresh softs. And there's a yellow flag. It's a Haas. It's Alex 49, he is spun. But he does have a healthy advantage, but he's pitting. He's got damage, I think. I think he chipped his end plate, which promotes Fire Felix up to 7th. And Ryan will be up into 8th place. And yes, he is changing his front wing. Random gamer now 17 seconds behind Ryan. And yeah, it's very quiet at the moment. Both Astons now 8 seconds off the front 2, and Janaman has got it to 2 seconds now. So it's getting close in this battle for 3rd place. Because at the moment Janaman's got 4th confirmed. As Chris makes a mistake there under braking. Can Janaman challenge Chris, which would be for a podium? And it's now to 1.3 seconds. Chris has fallen out of the DRS of Rico. So this is the battle now for net 3rd place, unless there's any penalty removals. And Janaman gains a lot there. He's got DRS. Did Chris make another mistake? He's switching to gear 7, and Janaman tries to go around the outside. Is he trying to hold up his teammate here? Is he trying to help his teammate here, I mean? Yeah, he's braking very early into these corners. And Rico does have that 6 seconds penalty. And Janaman locks up. So Chris trying to play the team game here to get a 3-4 for Aston. Janaman will need to make a move. And he's got a good run onto this back straight. But he messes it up in the mid corner. Oh, and he locks up and nearly hits Chris. That is a big mistake. Will he have DRS onto the straight? He's going to use some ERS. And he's not going to have it. 3 laps to go now. It is starting to get very spicy in the battle for this podium. And Janaman is back behind him, but that gap to Rico is almost up to 4 seconds. So he needs to keep his head down if he wants this podium. And he locks up again as Chris going very slow into these corners. And he's very slow mid corner, understeering a lot there. And he's going to burn ERS and DRS to try and challenge for 4th place. This would be a net 3rd. He goes to the outside. Is he going to make it work? Chris late on the brakes. And Janaman's off the track. And I think we will have to look at that. Did Janaman deserve more space there? 4.6 now, the gap between him and Rico, and up front it is all normal. Could Matty Dronga even get involved? Janaman, I think he's close to the last lap. But Chris does have a lot of ERS. So he'll need a good exit. It's quite a big gap as we go on to the penultimate lap of the race. Currently, that gap between him and Rico will be enough for him to get 4th. But he'll need to get past Chris, and he's starting to fall behind in the middle sector currently. And at the top, Track Tracer, he's lost around a second. He's had a pretty bad lap, and Gio is quite a lot closer than he was before. As they go on to the final lap of the race. One more lap until Track Tracer will take victory in Spain. And Janaman has lost DRS. No, he has, he's got it. But he's not close enough to challenge. And the gap between him and Rico is around 5 seconds. So he'll need to lose around a second this lap as he struggles to get on the power, clipping the curb. is now up to 5.2. This is going to be very close. Rico does not have a lot of ERS left. And there's a yellow flag. Front, I think it was a lap car. But Track Tracer is going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. Round 2 of SSR Tier 1. Gio takes second place in his first race of the season. And Janaman is so close to the final corner. Can he get Chris up to the line? No, he can't, but he does get 4th place. A strong race from him. Rico is now finishing 5th. Matty Jonga 6th. And 31 seconds back is Fire Celix in 7th, with Ryan 8th. Alex is 9th. At the moment he's 6 seconds off Ryan. Fire Celix will take 7th place for Ferrari. And Ryan comes home in 8th place in his debut. Alex will take 9th after that collision, which we'll need to take a look at after the race to see what happened. Yeah, Track Tracer wins in round 2 of SSR. A very strong race from him. Gio comes home in P2, 2.5 seconds behind, with Chris in 3rd, taking the final podium spot. Janaman in 4th in his first race of the season. And Rico misses out by really fine margins. That is very close in that battle for 4th. Fire Celix 7th, Ryan 8th, Alex 9th, and Tim in 10th with fastest lap as well. But yeah, that is SSR round 2. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for future race streams and other things we will do for the league. Hopefully get some race highlights out soon. More shorts. Yeah. Very interesting race to say the least. But thank you for watching SSR and subscribe.